Well, first let's talk about that investigation into the killing of the journalist in October 13th, Eleni. The investigation was carried out by Reuters because this was Issam Abdullah, who was a cameraman with Reuters, who was killed, as well as Agence France-Presse, who had a wounded journalist, and Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch. And they came to the conclusion, they found parts of a 120 millimeter tank shell of Israeli origin around the area where these journalists had been filming. They say it was fired from a little bit less than 1.5 kilometers away from across the border from Israel by an Israeli tank crew. They say the journalists all were clearly marked with signs on their armor saying press and on their vehicles as well. Let's take a listen to an excerpt of what the photographer from AFP, who was gravely wounded in that strike, what she has to say.
We were 7 journalists from different agencies, Reuters, Al Jazeera, and we were in an exposed area, all of us wearing our helmets, our vests, just doing our job, covering the clashes, and we were maintaining safe distance from the front line. So basically we were in a really safe, we felt safe. There was no Hamas around us, no Hezbollah around us, there was no one. We were just a group of journalists doing our job. And we were attacked by Israel twice, not once, and which resulted in my leg being amputated. And now I have to stay in the hospital for a really long time until I recover again.
Now, Ms. Assi's employer, Agence France-Presse, they've gone further. They've said, quote, the strikes were deliberate and targeted against these journalists. A spokesperson for the Israeli government has responded to the report saying that, quote, we do not target civilians, that the operation is targeting Hamas. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the Israeli military at the time of this strike said that the death of the Reuters journalist was a tragic thing, but did not claim responsibility for the incident, saying it was under review. These first months of this war, the Organization Committee to Protect Journalists say it has been the deadliest since they have started collecting statistics for journalists slain more than 30 years ago, with at least 64 journalists killed, the vast majority of them Palestinian, but also including Israeli journalists and, of course, Lebanese journalists. Eleni.